You look amazing.
Oh, thank you so much.
Really lovely.
I appreciate you.
Very well.
Thank you. Well, welcome to Covent Garden in London. Just came back from the Apple store and I tried the Vision Pro for the first time, and oh my gosh, what a crazy experience. As a piece of technology to hold in your hand and actually try on, it was insane. So before we got started, we went through the whole setting up process. I mean, that was a bit more involved than I thought, but it wasn't that complicated. So what happens is like you go through the whole setup process of like where the system scans your face, so you move your face to the left, to the right, up and down and all that jazz that you normally do when you're doing like a Face ID on your phone. So the setup is kind of similar to that. Oh my gosh, the sun is coming out. I'm getting super overblown out. Woo! Hold on, let me change that. Is that better? Okay. So I'm recording this whole thing on my iPhone 15 Pro Max, by the way. So hopefully it comes out nice and clean. I'm using the ultra wide lens, which I think looks absolutely amazing. So after the setup process, they then go and find the right machine, and then basically they got to make sure the bit that fits over your cheeks. I don't know what it's called. Basically fits the contour of your face. So once that's all been sorted, you then put the thing in your head and adjust the straps and stuff, and then they calibrate the system for your eyes, and they tell you how to basically use the device. Like, you decide what to select by using your eyes to look at what you want to select. So you look at what you want to select, then you do this. Remember not to pinch and hold, you pinch to select. User interface is absolutely crazy. It's very, very intuitive. You just basically look and click with your fingers, and it's as simple as that. For some reason, I keep using my left hand, but I am right-handed. Although when I was little, I was left-handed, so I don't know if it was like some latent memory of that or something. So I put the thing on, and then they take me through photos. You start with a Photos app, and then they show you how to swipe from left to right to navigate the photos, and then you do this to zoom in and then to zoom out. It's all very, very intuitive. What really got my attention though was a 3D photo aspect.
Oh, whoa,
It's a 3D photo.
Okay, all right.
Are you okay, or should I close it?
No.
Okay, just making sure. This photo was taken on the Apple Vision Pro, Apple's first 3D camera. So when you talked about depth, you could see that, right?
That's pretty. It's like they're there right in front of you.
More about 3D experiences a little bit later, because my mind definitely was blown. And then what they did was they basically put you in an environment. Some of these were 180, some of them were 360. Like being on the moon, you turn around and you see the whole landscape of the moon. And then I looked up at one point and I could see planet Earth. It was just kind of crazy seeing that from that perspective, to be somewhere else. To see Earth, like how we see the moon from Earth, was kind of weird to me. It was just cool. So we then moved over to web. So of course I went to rawkustv.com because it was really cool to see my website on Vision Pro. That was just freaking cool just to see that. Navigation is so easy. Like to go obviously up and down, you just basically do this with your fingers, man. It's just it was just crazy to do that. And you grab things and you move things. You're able to place all the different apps in different locations. So I had their website in one place, and then I had the Photos app at another location. It remembers where you left it. That's kind of cool. So I put mine up on my left, and whenever I looked up, it was still there while I was using another app like my website, like in front of me. And it was just cool to be able to put things wherever you want to put them. The sound, that surprised me, because it's like, where's the sound coming from? And then I realized, actually there's a speaker just like above your ear that was firing sound into your ear holes. We then moved over to video. Oh my days, that was crazy. Watching a movie in cinema mode was just what. Actually, no. Before we did that, we went to Keynote. Now, Keynote is obviously an app similar to I don't know what's Microsoft's version of that. I don't know what it is. Basically, Keynote is like a presentation app, and to be able to basically do presentations in the Steve Jobs Auditorium or in any location was kind of crazy to me. As an experience, it felt like you're actually there yourself doing a presentation. I'm getting strange looks. So you were able to basically practice your oh my god, the sun has come out again. Woo! It was crazy. I can see in a business or for someone who wants to practice like public speaking, this will be absolutely amazing. So that was really cool. But then we moved from that to movies. I was watching what's it called? What's that Apple TV show? Foundation. Felt like you were actually in the cinema. It was really weird. Like the whole screen is like massive, but it's like you're actually sitting in the cinema and watching that at the cinema. So it's an experience. It's very, very immersive. But that wasn't the best part. For me, the best part was experiencing live sport, like you were actually there. I was watching a football game, a basketball game, and it was just crazy, like being put right in the middle of the action, balls being kicked right in your face.
Oh my gosh!
You are right there in the middle with the players. It was just an incredible experience. It just felt like you were actually there. Obviously, nothing beats being live in reality, but if you can't do that, this is the next best thing. This also gives you certain advantages as well, because you're able to experience different camera angles. You have like a whole 360 view of everything, and you can move close, you can move. The whole thing is just crazy. The experience was just wild. Vision Pro for watching live sport is going to be insane. I mean, not just live sport, I mean like live experiences, like concerts. I mean, Alicia Keys singing to you directly in your face. That was a wild experience. I loved that feeling. The music is all around you. She's personally looking you directly in the eye and speaking to you. Felt like I was actually there. 3D spatial video. Now that was just like, what in the world is going on here? I was in the middle of the savannah somewhere. There were elephants and rhinos running straight past you. You're looking around and it was just crazy. Elephant grabbing water, throwing the water. You can literally reach out and almost like touch the animals and stuff. It was just mad.
Oh, reality is so much more boring right now.
Where do we begin? So, what was your favorite?
The sports.
The sports.
Oh, that was crazy.
You're not a fan of golf coming close to you?
The golf, just the experience of watching sport was like,
yes.
it was like being there. You're right in the middle. That was crazy.
So that was a trailer of NBA All-Star. There was also the MLS.
Yeah.
The MLS was MLS highlights. So when I watched that one, it was about 4 or 5 minutes long. Alicia Keys, you have a lot more of Alicia Keys. So I watched those episodes as well.
Alicia Keys and that mom. That's us.
Yeah, that sold it to you. It was like, here's my bank card, let's go.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So what's my takeaway for the Vision Pro? The Vision Pro, for me, I can see a lot of potential in terms of like being a creative device, like a computer where you're able to use it to create actual content, because it gives you the ability to use multiple screens. For example, you can have several apps open at the same time. So you can work from one app to the next and basically arrange them in a way where you can literally multitask in a way that you've not been able to do so far. So in terms of like working and efficiency, it's absolutely amazing. From my point of view, for editing videos, oh my gosh, this thing is going to be absolutely wild. You can have like your preview window on one side, you can have your tracks on one side, then you can have all your library of stuff that you need to cut on one side. And why would you need a screen when you got Vision Pro, where everything looks massive right in front of you, where you can reach and grab things and move things so effectively and so efficiently? So that's one aspect in terms of productivity where I see Vision Pro having a really huge strength. In terms of technology, this thing is crazy. There's so much tech in this thing. The resolution of the screen, the pass-through system, how we're able to see what's actually in a room live, but also being able to turn that off and basically place yourself in a different location is absolutely amazing. Technology in this thing is wild. I really, really appreciate that side of it. One thing I didn't experience was games though. I think Vision Pro would be amazing in games, but I think the reason why they're not doing a lot of games at the moment is because this thing is probably too heavy for a lot of movement, because a lot of games require you to move around a lot, and I can imagine this being a bit of a problem with Vision Pro. Now, a lot of people complain about the Vision Pro being too heavy, but I didn't really have that issue. I had it on for about 35, maybe 40 minutes. I didn't really feel like it was heavy for me, but I did feel a little bit of pressure on my cheekbones though. But when you're playing a game, I can see that being a bit of a problem, probably. And also, it got a little bit hot because obviously you have like chips running and hot air, like stuff going on, and I felt a bit hot and sweaty on my face, like after about like say 20-25 minutes. But apart from that, it was one hell of a crazy experience. Now, the biggest, I kind of say, downside for the Vision Pro for me is going to be the price. This thing costs £3,500. That's the starter price. It goes way more than that when you add like options like more RAM and stuff like that. But man, it's very, very expensive at this stage. I think Vision Pro is going to take off when Vision Pro or when Vision comes out, not the Pro version, or Vision Air, or whatever it is. When that comes out, I think it's going to be affordable for a lot of people. But at this moment in time, you got to be a company or someone with a lot of, I don't know, cash to be able to buy one of these. I would love to buy one, but I don't think I can at this moment in time justify spending £3,500 on Vision Pro, because I don't feel like there are a lot of apps at the moment. It's not getting a lot of support from developers at the moment. I just think that's mainly because the market is quite small at the moment. A lot of developers are not seeing the point of developing apps for the Vision Pro. But when Vision Pro Lite or Vision Pro Air comes out, when it's a little bit cheaper, I think that's when this device is really going to kick off. So as a takeaway for me, as a conclusion, I think in terms of like experiencing entertainment, this thing is incredible. For me, especially live sports and concerts, also watching movies as well. So recently I bought a projector. Watching movies on that is incredible. At least it was incredible until I tried Vision Pro. Oh man, that OLED screen, how crispy everything is, the brightness, the color, the saturation, that is just absolutely insane. But a projector you can share with a whole bunch of other people. Vision Pro is kind of like a solitary experience, so there's that. So if it's just you by yourself, I guess it's fine, but if you want to share the experience, I guess you have to buy another Vision Pro. But I think a projector gives you more of that communal kind of like a shared experience. So yeah, so that was my first experience with Vision Pro. It was absolutely amazing. It was incredible. It wasn't as heavy as everyone thought. This thing is just solid. It's very, very well made, and it fits nice on your head. I mean, there came a point where I didn't even know I was wearing Vision Pro on my face. You just kind of get lost in the whole experience. And yeah, that was just a quick little rumble of my experience of Vision Pro and how amazing it was. If you haven't tried it, go to the Apple Store and book an experience. It's worth it, because I just think it was definitely an interesting experience. And yeah, that's it. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm recording this with my iPhone 15 Pro Max using the Blackmagic Cinema app. But I'm also monitoring what I'm filming with my iPhone 11.